Hey there, George. Good afternoon. It's Jay here at Rorick Mazda. So I thought that this might be pretty beneficial. Obviously, the window label I'll attach to the email, but by making you a video, you can really get a little bit more in-depth look at especially the Premium Plus configuration. Now, two things with this one here in front of me. Obviously, it is white exterior. I know you'd be looking at jet black, so this will just give you an idea of what the CX-90 will look like in jet black, though this is a lower trim level. But I will say, in terms of the vehicle itself, this particular one, as you can see it charging, is one of the plug-ins. However, the plug-in and the gasoline are entirely identical. It's just right now for Premium Plus, we did sell our last Premium Plus, so I'm actually making you a video of a plug-in. But just know everything you see is entirely identical to the gasoline engine that you would be looking at purchasing, other than you're not going to be able to plug it in on this side. One giveaway of the Premium Plus is going to be the gorgeous, at least what I feel are gorgeous, 21-inch wheels. They're going to be silver around the outside and kind of a black finish inside, as well as these little black kind of triangle-like shapes in the spokes. You'll also have a little bit of satin that accents the front along the side where it does kick up and has Mazda stamped in the side, which I think is a very elegant touch. Now, in terms of headlights, they are going to be full LED. They'll even kind of do this L shape and extend right here through the grille. Now, speaking of grille, you're going to notice that this emblem here in the front is flat, and that's because all of your sonar and radar lays behind there, communicating with that camera up on the windshield. So all of your safety features like the adaptive cruise control, stop and go, which even means the car has the ability to drive itself in stop and go traffic, lane keeping assist, pedestrian cyclist detection, front cross alert, all of your collision avoidance systems kind of lay within those. Now, even with this, because you have a 360-degree camera, which I'm going to get into another safety feature in a second. Speaking of that camera real quick, you will see those little kind of parking sensors hitting both in the grille and on the bumper. Mainly, it's a bigger vehicle, so not only will you be able to see all angles of the car, you'll also get sonar alerts if you're coming up to something or parking a little too close to comfort for something. But with that is what is called front and rear cross brake. Essentially, what that means is parking, because of that 360, if you are about going to pull in your garage and you're about ready to hit a shelf or something, it'll actually stop the car before it let you hit the shelf. Same thing if you were backing up and maybe not paying attention and you were going to back into a telephone pole, it would also stop the vehicle to prevent that. Now, proportion-wise, you are going to see immediately off the bat, this might kind of remind you of the BMW had mentioned just selling, mainly because developing this vehicle 5 years ago, Mazda had the BMW X5 in sight. This is a very, very similar platform and drivetrain to the BMW. So you are going to have an inline 6-cylinder turbo. It's a 3.3 liter, and then that is a rear-wheel drive bias platform. So this is about 90% rear-wheel drive in all situations and can transfer up to almost 50% to the front. So it is an all-wheel drive vehicle. It's just rear-wheel drive bias, if that makes sense. Now, speaking of, you'll see that AWD. Full LED lights here in the rear that kind of almost connect in the middle to make like a full light bar. You'll see some of those parking sensors. This does also have the foot activated liftgate where you can kind of just go up and kick under the bumper. And you'll see I just gave it a little kick and the liftgate is open. Now, third row right now is folded down, so you'll see that there is a ton of space. You'll even have like a power outlet here that you can do a little, I guess, margarita, bring a blender. Getting the third row up real quick, it's just a pull. You'll see that you have USB ports for the third row, even HVAC vents for your third row as well, which you can kind of see are hidden down there. Liftgate is height programmable. It's a tall vehicle, so for instance, if your garage might be a little on the low side, you can program that liftgate to stop. You will see the mirrors are folded in. I'm going to officially unlock the vehicle here, and you're going to see that they're going to fold out. And if we look at the rear configuration, so the black interior is going to have kind of this really cool accented piping, as you can see. And then you will have your second row seat controls, which are going to be USBs, air conditioning, and heated rear seats. All Premium Plus configurations are going to have captain's seats in the rear. So you will see that there's a pass-through as well as a little cup holder that can kind of flip up right there. You'll see the panoramic sunroof. You'll even have little shades that can kind of go up and clip up here, as you can see. So going to the front cabin, you're going to see immediately digital gauge cluster. You have almost a 13-inch across screen up on the dash, which I'll get into in a second. A lot more of that accented piping with some aluminum trim. A 14-speaker Bose surround stereo that I will say sounds great. And then you'll see that you're going to have things like memory seats, of course, driver 1, driver 2, and some more of almost kind of that gold-like piping down the black seat to accent it a bit. So hopping in here really quick, I'm just going to hit the button and click power up so that way we can at least get an idea of the gauges, because again, you'll see that they're all digital. And obviously you can change views a bit. Now this is, let me shut the door because it immediately had defaulted to the 360 camera. So right now it's showing me everything in front of me as well as everything beside me. Of course, if I go over here and shift into reverse, oops, let me actually click the power button first. Oh, it's not letting me go into reverse because it knows that it's still plugged in. So I apologize about that. But this will show you the surround view camera here. And then down here, this is going to be your My Drive to go through like sport or towing or just like a normal mode. You have a wireless charger pad here. This is kind of BMW style in the sense that everything is controlled on their iDrive. Mazda will allow you to use this as a touchscreen, but only if you're in Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. Otherwise, it is going to be a dial that you might be familiar with, depending upon if the BMW sold had the iDrive. Now down here you'll see will be part of your tri-zone climate control, dual zone for the front. You'll have heated seats, cooled seats for both passenger and driver, as well as a heated steering wheel over here. I'm going to go ahead and just turn off the vehicle. And again, there's a lot more things I could run over. The HomeLink system is standard. Obviously a power shade for the sunroof, so I could continue just going over features and such, but just figured that this video would be a great introduction into what exactly a Premium Plus would offer and look like. But I certainly appreciate the opportunity, George. I'm going to go ahead and upload this video and get the window label and some pricing over to you, and look forward to hearing back. Thank you so much and enjoy the rest of your day.